By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to create pie charts in Google Sheets, from selecting your data to customizing every slice for a polished, presentation-ready result. Google Sheets is a fantastic free tool that makes data visualization accessible to anyone, and pie charts are one of the most intuitive ways to show proportions and parts of a whole. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. First, you need to have your data organized properly in the sheet. This is the foundation of a good pie chart, and it's something many beginners overlook. You'll want 2 columns side by side, one for your categories and one for the values that correspond to them. For example, a column for months of the year and the next column for sales figures, or a column for product names and the next for total units sold. Make sure your categories are labels, not numbers, and that your values are strictly numerical. If you accidentally include a total row or a blank cell in your selection, the chart will either look wrong or refuse to generate a proper pie, so take a moment to clean up the data. Once your table is ready, click and drag to highlight both columns, including their headers if you want those to appear in the chart legend or title. This selection tells Google Sheets exactly which data to use, and it sets the stage for everything that comes next. With your data highlighted, go up to the top menu and click Insert, then select Chart from the drop-down. A chart will instantly appear on your sheet, along with the chart editor sidebar on the right-hand side. Now, by default, Google Sheets often tries to guess the best chart type based on your data, and it might give you a column chart or a bar chart instead of a pie. If that happens, don't worry, you're in control. Inside the chart editor, make sure you're on the Setup tab. Look for the drop-down menu labeled Chart Type. It will show whatever chart is currently displayed. Click it, scroll down through the list, and you'll see the various pie chart options. Select Pie Chart here. Your chart will instantly transform into a circular representation of your data, with each category occupying a proportional slice. This is your basic pie chart, and it already does a good job of showing how each part compares to the whole, but we can make it say a lot more with a few tweaks. Now let's move to the customization phase, which is where your chart goes from functional to professional. Click on the Customize tab in the chart editor. This is your creative control panel. The first section you'll see is Chart and Axis titles. If you want to add or edit the main title of your chart, you can either double-click directly on the title text in the chart itself, or use this section to type something more precise. You can also add a subtitle here, which is great for giving context, like the date range of your data, or a specific metric you're highlighting. For axis titles, since a pie chart doesn't have axes, you can usually skip that option, but the title section is important for clarity. Next, scroll down to the pie chart section under Customize. This is where the real fun begins. You have a toggle here to change your pie chart into a donut chart, which is essentially the same visualization but with a hole in the center. This is a popular style for dashboards or modern reports because it feels lighter and gives you space to put a key number or label in the middle if you want. You can also add a border color around each slice, which helps separate them visually, especially if you're using similar colors. More importantly, this section lets you control the labels. You can choose what appears directly on the slices, either the category name, the percentage, both, or even the raw value. For most people, showing the category name and percentage is the most informative setup because it tells your audience exactly what each slice represents without having to glance at a legend. This is a best practice for clarity, especially if you plan to export the chart to a slide or a PDF. Continuing in the Customize tab, let's look at the pie slice section. This is incredibly useful when you want to emphasize a specific data point. Click on the drop-down that says Slice, and you can select any individual slice of your chart. Once you do, you can change its color to something that stands out, like a bright orange or a deep red, making it visually distinct from the rest. You can also pull a slice out from the center, known as an exploded pie chart. This is a powerful highlighting technique. For example, if you're showing budget categories and you want to draw attention to the highest expense, just select that slice and increase the distance from center setting. It will pop right out, making it impossible for your audience to miss. This is a subtle but very effective way to guide the viewer's eye to the most important piece of information in your chart. Finally, scroll down to the Legend section. The legend is the small box that usually sits on the right side of the chart, telling you which color corresponds to which category. If you've already put labels directly on the slices, you might find the legend redundant and cluttering. In that case, you can simply turn the legend off entirely by changing the position drop-down to none. If you prefer to keep it, you can move it to the top, bottom, left, or right. I personally find a bottom or right legend works best when labels are on the slices, but you can experiment based on how your chart looks in your sheet. The goal is always clarity and a clean, uncluttered visual. You've now successfully created and customized a fully functional pie chart in Google Sheets, transforming raw numbers into a clear visual story that anyone can understand at a glance. The benefit of this skill is that you can communicate proportions instantly, whether for a school project, a business report, or a personal budget. A great next step is to try duplicating this chart and converting it to a donut chart with a label inside the hole, or to copy your finished chart into Google Docs or Slides, where it will stay linked and update automatically if your data changes. If you ever need a refresher on any of these steps, feel free to come back and revisit this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.